Hello, guys. Welcome to Growing with the Collins. I'm Corey Collins.
And this is Erica Collins.
Man, I was going to say to my right. You came right over there.
Oh, my bad. I was ready. I was ready to come on in, making sure I don't miss my point.
Well, guys, hope you guys are doing pretty good. I know we've been kind of, not necessarily, I guess you say distance. We just been having a lot going on. I myself, actually my wife as well.
Yes.
Basketball season just came in, and Erica's going to stay busy doing that because that's one of her deepest passions.
Yep. You doing your videography.
Yeah.
So you've been kind of busy as well.
Yeah, we both have. So I don't necessarily know. We've been kind of switching the cast, going back and forth with different visuals. But a lot of time we kind of swap it over because we got to kind of design, I guess you say, the cast on the style of on our style of living. Like right now, we're going to get Pampers right now. You may hear Paige in the back. She's going to do some singing potentially, and she right now took her shoes off. But how about yourself, though, babe?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just been getting things done,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, so I've been pretty good though.
And another thing, most importantly, like we've been doing basically the visuals on YouTube. First of all, you guys go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's going to be Growing with the Collins. Also follow us on Instagram at Growing with the Collins. All together, just as it's said, Growing with the Collins. Also on Facebook as well. But also with that, I just want to tell everybody who thank you very much for all the supporters, the people that we see in public. You know what I'm saying? Be at grocery store, Super Bowl weekend was a big weekend. Got a couple.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? People like congratulations and everything. Just seeing a black family work together. Not even to put a color on it, but that's just a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but you can take it away, and Erica's going to basically, I guess you say, direct the conversation and whatnot. And I guess I'm gonna follow up because I'm driving actually.
Nah, we just been we've been having deep conversations about tithing.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people probably have some issues of why they should tithe and why they shouldn't.
Right.
But first I'm gonna go ahead and go into the scripture that we actually found from.
Hold on, babe. Tell her why we going into the scripture now though. Like one of the biggest things. Why we start doing this? Because
we felt like sometimes with some casts, it may not be every cast we may do a scriptures, but sometimes it helped direct our conversation and help us also to keep God balanced within our podcast.
Right.
So that's why we're going to the scriptures, because last time I know we did do that as well. So we just trying to find, just kind of.
Just basically, we're just trying to keep God in the cast, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go ahead, man.
Excuse me. We're coming from 2 Corintians 9 and 7. You must each decide in your heart how much to give, and don't give reluctantly or in response to pressure, for God loves a person who cheerfully gives. It's crazy because we've been kind of inconsistent with our tithes, and we normally kind of pay it, I guess you would say on the regular. But somehow we kind of, when we was missing days from church or whatever the situation may have been, but we was like, this year you gonna make sure we just start the year off right, do what we supposed to be doing.
Right.
So me and Corey don't put the money in the envelope. Corey looking like, hold on now, we giving this much away? And I said, yeah, I said that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but it's like when you actually do give tithes, it do make you kind of feel a little better, like you took care of your business. You doing right. You giving God His money. You giving it to the church. Whatever they helping needy families, paying the bills, whatever it is that they are taking care of with those funds. But I know prior to that, like sometimes when we actually didn't pay our tithes, we would set money aside. Possibly if somebody needed some help, we'll kind of help them out and stuff like that. But we also learned in Bible study 2 weeks ago when the pastor was actually talking about tithes.
Yeah.
He said, you're supposed to bring all tithes to the storehouse.
Right.
And so I was sitting there looking, I looked at Corey like, oh, we ain't supposed to give, other people the money and say that's our tithes. Or, sometimes where we actually did previously as well, if the church needed T-shirts, I don't know if we can actually say that's part of it as well. Because I know sometimes when the church actually needed T-shirts, a hoodie, or whatever they needed printed, instead of us paying our tithes, we'll just purchase the shirts, purchase all the things that they need for as with the church and print out the shirts for them, so they didn't have to spend any money. So that's a good question though. Is that not the same? Technically, because we using the money however we want to use it versus giving it to the church.
Well, that situation there is basically, I guess you're saying from being up under the leadership is the fact that you're supposed to bring all the tithes to the storehouse.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying? So
still.
Right. So it's just like if you give it to him, you got to worry about what, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you doing it the right way? Are you doing this? Are you doing that?
Yeah.
And I think it's supposed to be the 3 T's: time, talents, and tithes.
That's all included.
I mean, it's just I
the
guess
things that you give to God, your time,
right,
the talents,
and tithes. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You give your time to him, the talents that you can use to help further, you know what I'm saying, the ministry or the gospel of Christ. You use that to be able to reach people, and then your tithes, which is I guess you say is the financial vehicle that can help the ministry reach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another thing too, just speaking of that, a lot of people. Well, I know I had a bit misconception was every day when you living is your ministry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not just within church. The things that you do outside of church, that's your ministry as well. And that was one of the things, I guess you're saying, to slightly transition the conversation, was the fact that I was kind of struggling with now doing videography. And in some cases, it was also doing apparel designs, that you want to make sure that when you go back and look at your work, it really does resonate with what Christ actually, you know what I'm saying, spoke about, or what he sacrificed his life for, you know what I'm saying? So just also speaking of this, I was just recently within a slight meeting, we was talking about a particular artist, and we was talking about for us the type of content that was actually put out. It's like, yo, can you actually live with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put this out and it resonate with certain people, and when they start responding back to the product that you put out, is it going to be violent? Is it going to be peaceful? Or whatever it is, people going to resonate with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful the things that you put out. I don't know how it kind of went way here for us. I guess you're saying with tithing. But it's just
talents.
It's just be mindful of the type of conversation you throw out. That's part of your ministry. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you working for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess we can transition to you, but I don't want to like take all of it. You know what I'm saying? I apologize.
Nah, you was okay. No, I totally understand, because it's like when it's all said and done, when you leave this place, it's like how people going to remember you as.
Right.
And what type of effect did you have on people, or like how did you use your talents while you was here,
right?
Or just ensuring that that you just doing what you're supposed to do while you were here on this earth.
Correct.
So for us with talents, I know you brought that kind of up then just as well.
But
it's like, even with me, I'm gonna be honest though, it's like when we were saying like, oh man, we gotta make sure we pay our tithes, in back of my head now I was just like, golly, man, you gotta give all this. Now I'm just gonna get this amount. I'm just, I'm just gonna get this amount. I ain't gonna do all this, man. That's a nice little chunk that you kind of spend out.
Right.
You don't know where it's really going. That's how I'm thinking. But it's like, I can't really worry about where it's going, what they're gonna do with it. But I just gotta make sure I take care of my half.
Right.
And you know how they always say, if you don't pay your tithes, it's gonna go somewhere. You know how you probably don't pay your tithe. Like, man, I ain't paying my tithe this week. Then you turn around, your car break down. It's like, you gonna put the money somewhere. God forbid, your car and stuff break down. But it's like, if you don't give God his money, when you're supposed to, it's like he gonna find it somewhere else where you can spend it, and it may be 2 or 3 times more than what you were supposed to give him.
Right.
And it's like, just go ahead and give God the money. Well, you ain't gotta really worry about. Not saying things is not gonna happen just because you pay your tithes, but in some cases, things do really happen when you was like, man, I just should have paid my tithe.
Yeah, but see, another thing with that too is it's like, just, I guess you say, if the word humanistically is a word, but the human side of it is the fact that we look at it as our source of means, you know what I'm saying, for us, like, I guess you say, like the money. But it's like God is not even really interested in for us the money, because everything he owns everything anyway. It's more about the matters and the issues of the heart that he's slightly critiquing. You know what I'm saying, for us, how we depend on him. Like, if you notice though, like even the dollar has, in God we trust.
Yeah.
You got to ask yourself, like, who was ingenious to put that there?
On the coin, or on a dollar.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, why did they put that there?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you got everything, you can easily allow that stuff to supplement as a God. And if you have nothing, many times you can feel as if you need everything, which also can supplement as a God as well. I know that may sound kind of discombobulated, but I hope that you guys understand what I'm saying. It's just basically a deep down, heart feeling reminder that put your trust in God and not money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like along with that, it's just mainly for us. With that situation, there is if you just continue to put your trust within Him, everything else will fall in line. If you do right with the things they didn't already bless you with. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, this page, y'all. Hold just a second.
Yeah.
Just I guess to proceed with it, it's like being responsible with the blessing that He given us is all that we need. And even with that, we'll realize that He done already given us way more than what we need already. But when you be responsible with it, like He want to give it to somebody He can trust to give more too. You know what I'm saying? True. So, and that's one of the things. Actually, this morning, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened this morning. This morning, I didn't go to church, and we got what, yesterday about 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah, something like. Well, you got up at about 4. I got up probably about 6.
Paige wouldn't go to sleep. She got up at 3:00. Me and her was up ever since then.
Oh yeah, Paige got up at 3.
Yeah, I mean, well, that was actually the night before.
The night before you got up at 4,
and we was up all the way until about 11 o'clock.
Last night.
Right, last night. Paige gets up at 3 o'clock. I had to stay with her this morning, so I had to stay up with her. So I'm like, yo, I'm tired. I ain't gonna be able to make it in this morning. So I had just recently did a video where this recording videography for a client, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just early this morning about 6:30 or something. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go ahead and just edit this video down. And in the process of going, I mess around there and hit a deal. So. Yeah. I'm feeling like, yo, I should have just went to church, So I guess you can say in a level of side effect, especially for like how Erica felt with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like overall, I did feel a little like, yo, you got to be at the right place at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Just cause like, just with that situation, you could be doing the right thing for a long time, and you can mess around there. And let's say you could be walking on the right track for a good minute. Yeah. And you can make the wrong turn in a conversation. You can make the wrong turn within your vehicle, or you could just be caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah. And all your hard work could just end up just going down the drain. And I guess with that being said, it's just, man, you gotta pray before you even step out the door. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you're supposed to, because outside of that house of love and outside of that house of companionship, and in that area where God is really in control in your crib, it's some places outside of that house just waiting to pull you down for your positive mindset and all that. So, we got to be careful even when you're walking right. You know what I mean? Because it can get compromised by your will if you ain't living, not necessarily living right, but if you give in to it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's just like, not to kind of rub it in or anything like that, but it's just as you were saying with side effects, it's like, man, sometimes, man, it's like, just as Corey was saying, you may live, not necessarily, ain't nobody perfect, shoot, because all of us is far from being perfect, but you may be living, a fairly good life, but at the same time, when you make those mistakes, it's like God give you those side effects, whether it may be sickness, illness, or whatever it is, that may come into your life because of you may not be doing the right thing in your life. And not saying that was the side effect for us, the deer and all of that stuff right there. Just for example, you were just saying side effects, so that what made me think about it. Right. Because I remember the pastor was preaching about it on one Sunday, and it was just like, it made you think about it. It's like, man, like it's crazy. It's amazing how God really worked. And when you look back on certain things that you may be doing in your life, or things that may happen within 1 year or so, it's like, man, this is what I was doing. Whether you probably some things that you possibly wasn't doing godly, and that wasn't aligning with God, and it's like he allowed things to happen in your life. Like for example, man, I'm trying to see I'm trying to think how should I word this, but
just think about it.
Yeah, just think about it.
Throw it out. Rush.
But the crazy part about it was something that happened years ago with me. And I think at the time, how like sometimes you just be so focused and in tune in whatever you're doing. Right. And I think that's what I was doing. I was so focused and tuned on whatever I was doing. And it was like my whole life surrounded this one thing. Right. And once it was taken away from me, it was like God allowed me to see how I was just so focused on this to where I didn't see anything else.
Right.
And it was like, it was things that I needed to get things that I needed to get in order in my life.
Right.
But by me being so focused on this one thing, or just this one entity, it made me realize, like, God took it away from me.
Right.
So when he took it away from me, it made me realize then, like, man, Erica, you were so in tune into this, you forgot about everything else that you wanted to do.
Right.
And it's like, and God took that away from me to open my eyes to really look at that and see.
Right.
And it's like sometimes people may lose their jobs, or God may just put you in a position to really for you to open your eyes. It's like, man, sometimes when we have bad situations, I don't look at bad situations like, man, like it's karma or anything like that. I look at it like God is trying to tell me something.
Right.
He trying to tell me something. I need to open up my eyes. I need to do this. Something I need to change, within my life, where I feel like that God is trying to show me the areas where I need to probably improve.
Right.
And it's like, sometimes it's like we ignore those signs. And those be those signs that we may just ignore. Like, I'm trying to think of something.
Okay, I'll tell you what, another thing with that too though, I think many times, I guess you would say, like, as in reference to what you were just saying, I think too, God also pat us on the back, not necessarily always improving,
true.
Or when at a moment that we performed and we actually done did well.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just to kind of shed some light on the situation. Just recently, we're doing videography for the church for us, casting the footage live. While I was actually setting up all the equipment, it was just some of my heart, hey, well, not necessarily some of my heart. God laid it on my heart to tell my wife, I appreciate you for everything you're doing and by you, know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Sticking beside me. So it's like, it's not always, God is not always trying to whoop us. He also trying to reward us.
True,
so it's just like,
true.
at the same time with that, let's embrace the moments where he pat us on our back, like, that was a good job.
True.
You know what I'm saying? For example, like your team.
I was just about to go into
I'm gonna tell you something going on with Erica. A lot of times Erica developed a lot of players, and by the time the player is fully developed or starting to reach that peak of, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily receiving the professionalism that for us in athleticism that Erica implemented in the kid. Sometimes there'll be circumstances where the kid may have to leave and go to another team, which is totally understandable though. But now she has really done did a lot of groundwork with kids that really didn't know too much about basketball, but they just understood the principles and stuff. But she have really enhanced them for us to athleticism. And now she's starting to see the return on it for us, them being able to engage the socialness of a win in basketball, which is a good thing, you know what I'm saying? And you've been feeling good about that as well.
Yeah, I really have. It's just that even with that situation there, God allowed me to kind of open up my eyes and just let me see, like, Erica, you just kind of need to go ahead and start this program, get it going and get it moving. It's like, even now, me just doing the research and trying to find out the best way as possible, to how to get this thing going, get the program going for these girls, is like, how the best thing, a program, a business, or something that you may develop, it be from scratch to where you may not even really have the logistics at the beginning, but it's about time you actually finish doing all the preparation and all those things for us getting it together. It end up being the best thing ever.
Right.
And so it's like, I'm kind of looking forward to the outcome of it, to see how far we go, how long we develop. And it's like, I want to just be able to talk about this from years and years and down the line.
And that's dope though.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, like, to go back, I think we was talking about it earlier about being a cheerful giver.
Yeah.
You feel good about teaching the kids.
Yeah,
I really
see what I'm
saying?
I enjoy it.
So it's like not necessarily always the level of finances when it come down to giving.
Yeah.
It could be your moment of advice. And sometimes when, okay, it's not time for me to give my money or my advice. You know what I'm saying?
Or your talent.
Right. So it's just like, God will guide you in those situations when it's time to. But overall, though, it's just like, I'm actually proud of you, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a long, this is about, 4 seasons?
I don't know. I've been doing it for so long. I don't even know. I mean, it's been a while. It's been, about 6 years or so. Right. But the good thing about it is, like, even now with my team, I have 10 and under and 12 and under girls. Okay. And with my 10 and under, most of them, 3 of them played with me last year. And then I have 3 new players. Right. And the best thing what I do enjoy about coaching the girls is just seeing their reaction. You know, like when LBNO did something good or something we LBNO talked about, you know, for like 2 or 3 weeks or so. Like this, we just played our 3rd game, I think, this past Saturday.
Right.
But just seeing the girls, like one of the girls, well, this is my tenant on the team. One of the girls, she ended up going all the way in and making the shot. It's just seeing the expression on her face, like, look at that.
She's just going, shout out to Kayla, man.
No, that was 12 and none. I ain't got to the 12 and none yet.
Sorry,
I'm talking about Crystal.
Everybody showing that.
Yeah, so Crystal, with one of my girls, Crystal's like a 2-sport athlete right now. She probably be a 3-sport athlete in a second.
Okay.
But with her, it's just watching her development, just watching her grow, and just seeing how passionate she is about it now. And when she go in to make a shot, you know, even when she miss a shot, she get upset. Like, you know, with kids, they think they supposed to make every single shot. Right. But it's just like her, it's just with her just continue to grow and her continue to work hard to even get the shot off or even keep shooting. And then when she do just even when she do just make that shot, it's just her reaction after the fact, like, man, yeah, I finally got it. Like, she throwing her hand down, you know.
Good.
She feeling good.
Yeah.
You know, and then I have the other kid that's on my 12 and under, which is Kayla. I think Kayla been with, probably since she's been about 9 or 10, somewhere around that. She's about, like, she just turned 12, actually. And just seeing her, like, we had a conversation, you know, about her just playing the certain things she should do. And, man, I'm over the sideline. It's like I'm they cheerleader/coach because I'm over there cheering, too. Like, oh, man, like, she crossed her up, you know. I'm over there just enjoying, just watching them play, you know, and coaching them as well as they continue to play. But it's just really a great thing, and just seeing the progression of your girls and just really just reaping the benefits from that and the things that you know that you have instilled in them, the things that they're doing. Like, I really enjoy that.
Right. Another thing, too, I guess you said to bring it home because we almost to our destination. Yeah. So it's just like, as you speaking, I just kind of feel like, okay, that's how God is about us. Yeah. Like, we be playing the game of life, and he be on the sideline trying to coach you.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And that gameplay, the game plan, like, what is the clipboard called? What is it called?
What clipboard?
For, like, the sports. For the play and everything, basketball.
I don't know.
Okay, but anyway, if you're not in the huddle, you ain't gonna get to play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like when you make those good shots and when you make those good moves, you know what I'm saying? He cheering you on. He happy too.
Yeah.
So it's just like we got to see the actions that we make. Okay, you know, is this what coach? I guess you say, big God want me to do, or you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's just like we really got to also gauge our doings too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? True. Like. It's a game, true enough, but it's the game of life that we playing. And he done gave us a nice blueprint for like a level giving. Now, what if you was being selfish with your talents as a coach? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
You know, like a lot of those kids won't be able to, I guess you would say, understand the game of basketball. Yeah. Understand about team sportsmanship, leadership, team effort, stuff of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
They would.
But so it's just like God done invest in that type of talent in you. It took time. You know what I'm saying? Come from, I guess you say ties too. You can put it in there.
Yeah.
But it's just like overall, it's just like it's just a good thing to be multi-talented in the area, and God use you not just in church but also off the clock as well.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we actually at our destination, you guys. Hope that cast was pretty cool to you guys. Hope you guys learned something. Like I said before, follow us on Instagram, Growing with the Collins, Facebook, the same thing. We just like to say thank you to everybody who's been listening to the cast.
Yes, thank you guys.
And we're most definitely going to, I guess you're saying, start putting more pics up for us, the basketball team and stuff of that nature. And you know, just to give you guys also a picture of our life and the things that we're going through and the things that we've been challenged with as well. So you guys take care. Anything you want to say, man?
No, thanks for listening as always.
That's it?
Yeah. And this is Erica, not Collins.
All right, this is Corey Collins signing off. Oh, you want to go there now? Or you want to?
No, signing off, Growing with the Collins.
Okay, y'all take care.
Take care. Bye.